I've decided to take a wee little break from Snakes and TBR stacks this month. I'm just feeling a little bit of burnout with the TBR game, and I think I need to give myself some room to mood read. This feels like the perfect month because I'm planning on prioritizing romantasyathon. I am co-hosting the July 48-hour readathon for this. This is a summer reading challenge created by Tori from Tori Between Pages. I'm obsessed with Tori. She's the girl's girl. You should check out her channel. And if you're already participating in my summer reading challenge, the Every Romantasy challenge, romantasyathon fits perfectly with it. This is going to be the month of romantasy for me. Not like every other month also hasn't been, but I'm really prioritizing it. I don't know if you'll see a non-romantasy book on this TBR. The other readathon that I will be participating in is Tarot Readathon. Of course, I had to support my girl Lexi, so I'm joining Team Swords. I'll leave the announcement video linked down below. I heard of this readathon through Lexi, but I watched Deja's announcement video, and I will leave that for you. It is a competitive team-based readathon, but it's super chill, and I'm really excited to dive into this. It's my first time participating, my first time even hearing about it. You have to like draw tarot cards and read the prompt for the tarot card. I'm gonna use an online tarot generator. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And of course I am working on the Every Romantasy challenge this month as well. There will be a second vlog for that. The first vlog comes out after this video, but you will be seeing that first vlog soon. Okay, we're just gonna look at my shelves together because I don't have this very well planned out, like at all. I guess because I didn't get to it this month, I probably should get to Queen of Shadows. I'm doing a read along with my patrons. It's very chill on your own time and there's Discord chats for it. I'm up to Queen of Shadows. I really don't know how it takes me 2 months between each book. Like, although I'm obsessed with them as I read them, I always need a month break between them. So Queen of Shadows is next for me. This is the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth book in the Throne of Glass series, which follows Selena Sardothian, the world's greatest assassin. That is until she's captured and put into a prison. But she's gonna get out of this prison because a prince comes to offer her a deal. If she becomes his champion, fights in this fight of champions to then become the #1 champion, she'll earn her freedom, and who's gonna say no to a deal like that? And we just follow Selena as she figures out who she is really in this world. I also lied to you earlier saying that there would be no non-romantasy books on this TBR because I do have another mandatory read that I really want to get to. I guess it's not technically mandatory, but I'm requiring it for myself. There's 2 of them actually. The first one I need to read is The One by John Mars, and then I need to read The Minders by John Mars. You know, my good friend Lexi, Books with Lexi, her Patreon is doing a read-along of John Mars, and I don't get to participate in a lot of book clubs or buddy reads because I'm always so busy with the other stuff that I'm doing, and I have time to participate in this one, so I'm really excited to join her and read these books in her Patreon. The One is not part of her buddy read, however it's recommended to read The One first just because this whole world of John Mars is kind of interconnected, so there are references to past things, and just in case you don't want to be spoiled for everything, there is a recommended reading order, and The One is the first one. Essentially, in this world, what if you could take a DNA test to figure out who your perfect person is, the person that is meant to be with you? Would you take it? Would you not take it? What if you were in a relationship and you both took it and found out you were not each other's perfect match? Things like that, and it deep dives and explores into that. I have read 2 books from John Mars before. I enjoyed both of them, but The Passengers is one of my favorites. I know Lexi really liked The One, so I'm excited to dive into it. The Minders, though, is the first book in the read-along because Lexi has already read The One. She does have chats open for The One for those of us who are reading it, but The Minders is like the official read for this month, so I need to get to this one. This essentially follows 5 people who have been turned into a government secret weapon. Instead of letting information be hacked, they turn these people's brains essentially into all the secrets in the world. They put all of the information and store it inside of them instead of a computer, and hopefully that is unhackable. They know the truth behind every government lie, conspiracy theory, and cover-up. In return, they're given the chance to leave their problems behind and a blank state to start their lives anew. But not everyone should be trusted, especially when they each have secrets of their own and they'll do anything to protect. John Mars is normally like full of like a lot of twists and turns, normally pretty fast-paced from what I've read, and has a really great conversation on real-world things like conspiracy theories. So I'm really excited to dive into these. If you aren't sure about reading thrillers ever, if you're a fantasy girly, if you're a romantasy girly, I truly think John Mars writes really good thrillers, so check out them. I have a feeling this TBR is going to be out of control. When I let myself just mood pick, I tend to pick like 20 books because I have no chill. One I know I really need to get to is The Claw and the Crown by Sarah M. Craddock. This is a bodyguard romance and fits that bodyguard trope on the Every Romantasy challenge. I don't have a lot of things that fit this, so I do know I need to get this in either July or August, and I think August will be more of a busy month for me. The fact that it's a little bit chunky means it really should just go in July's Every Romantasy vlog, so I'm going to try and prioritize it this month. Freedom is her desire, vengeance is his price. We follow our main character who has been told that she is not fit to be princess all of her life, even though her childhood lover is the prince. So on his consort naming day, she does not expect her name to be called because the king says, you can't be a princess, you're not going to be good at it. But the king does call her name, and although you think that this would be happiness for her because she's obviously been childhood lovers with the prince, all she's ever wanted was to get away from this island, and it feels like a prison calling, being called the consort, because she will never be able to leave. Insert a bodyguard who comes to protect her, who has nefarious thoughts at hand. He's here not for the right reasons, but when the tension starts tensioning and the vibes start vibing, the feelings start feeling. I'm excited for this one. I've heard really good things about Sarah M. credit as a writer. This will be my first Sarah M. credit. I do have this one with a little book plate, and I'm excited. Another one that I feel like I put on every single TBR but have not got into yet is The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. Hopefully July is the month for me. I have this as a special edition coming from Arcane, so I would like to read it. This follows a pirate romance, so it hits that pirate bonus challenge on the Ever Romantasy board. And I don't really know a lot about this besides that a lot of people I know have really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping I will enjoy it too. Eric, the Scarred King, has thought of nothing but vengeance against the man who trapped him in his own realm, and when his enemy's daughter unwittingly sets him free, he plans to toss her into his game of revenge, but feelings start to get mingled into the mix. One of the prompts is the Who Did This To You book club picks for June and July, and that is Tori's book club. So I have two of those to read because I have not read them. The June pick was Beneath Black Sails by Claire Sager, a pirate romance. I literally know nothing about this. I own a really limited edition copy of it and it's stunning, so I really hope I love it. I have this one personalized as well, so I really need to love it. I have read Claire Sager before. I've loved some of her work and felt very mid about other parts of her work, but I'm excited for this one. There is no synopsis on this since it's a special edition. Give me 1 second. She's a sea witch wanted for murder. He's a pirate hunter determined to capture her. But in a world of hidden treasures and deadly secrets, their attraction may be the most dangerous thing of all. With weather magic on her side, Vice is the bane of the high seas, but she isn't captain of her own ship. Yet if she can prove herself and get a command, she'll be in charge of her own fate at last. To pay off his family debts, Nye Blackwood hunts pirates for the Royal Navy. When the bounty on Lady Vice grows, he's determined to make her face justice, even if that means beating her at her own game. I like that she's the pirate. I feel like that does not happen very often. I really, really like that. Forced to work closely, neither can deny the tension that crackles every time they're together. As they face battles at sea and scheming crewmates, they find hints of a long-lost treasure that could be the answer to both their problems. But treasure isn't the only thing buried. Secrets best forgotten lie in wait, and they could blast them apart forever. And the closer Vice and Nye grow, the greater the threat to her life and his family. Because for one to succeed, the other must fail. That synopsis sounds really good, so I need to get to this one. I also need to read the July Who Did This To book club pick, which is on voting right now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be House of Bane and Blood. This is an urban fantasy, not my usual jam, but I'm trying to try new things. I'm trying to get out of the one little romantasy bubble that I'm in. I would like to explore more, and even if it's something that I haven't liked in the past, I always say I'm a story person, so if the story grips me, I could like it. So this one, I don't know really much about. I just know it's urban fantasy and let's try it. And always it's fun to read for book clubs. And as I've said earlier, I don't get a lot of chances to read for book clubs because I have so many of my own going on and so many things going on at all times. So the fact that I'm giving myself this month to be able to do those things is really exciting because I love reading with people. I love doing buddy reads and I always have my own going on, but like participating in other people's makes me really happy as well. So hopefully I can do some chatting in the Fabled chats for this one. Another one that I'm really excited about but very nervous about is Flames of Chaos by Amelia Hutchins. I have heard good things about this, but I've also been told that it may not be my vibe, that I might need to go into it thinking it's just gonna be a fun, good time. But after I liked Broken Bonds this month, I think that this could be a good one for me. Everyone thought I wasn't gonna like Broken Bonds and it just like shocked me and everyone else when I absolutely ate it up. So I'm hoping this one will be the same. I also have these really pretty editions of the first two, so I really hope I love it. This also doesn't have a synopsis on it because it's a special edition. Give me a second. I love that they don't have synopsis on them because I think they're ugly, but when it comes to making content, I always have to look at my phone then, and that's kind of annoying. Join Arya Primrose Hecate on a journey of self-discovery as she races to find her missing twin sister and save her family from a war that's been brewing within the 9 realms for over 100 years. That sounds good to me. Arya and her sisters return to the human realm of Haven Falls to find one of their own that's gone missing. They soon discover things have changed in the human realm and that nothing is what it seems, including introducing Knox, the egotistical, self-centered, frustratingly gorgeous man who declared himself king during their absence. Sparks fly when the two enter a fiery battle of wills. As Arya learns she's more than just a witch in the Hecate bloodline, she is much, much more. Will Arya embrace her savage side to find her sister and save her family? Or will she burn to ashes from his heated kisses and burning hot embrace? Knox has ulterior motives for being in Haven Falls and never expected this little witch to show up and brazenly challenge his rule. It was supposed to be easy. Get in and get out. Move peace into place and set the stage for the war he's been planning for over 100 years. Arya is his sworn enemy, but something within her calls to him, and he hates himself for craving the fiery kisses that have reignited his cold, dead heart. One taste, and he thought he could get out of her system. He was wrong! Will Knox let go of the memories of the past, driving his need for revenge that will destroy the pretty little witch he craves? Or will he push the boundaries to fight for her and claim what is his by right? Either way, war is inevitable, and nothing will stop him from reaching for what is his. I think I'm really excited for this one. This could be my first read. Like, it sounds so good, but I'm expecting a lot of smut, but I have been enjoying that lately, so like, I really hope I love this, because this is such a stunning, stunning copy. Ugh. I'm in. I would also like to maybe read a few sequels, but I don't know which ones. I'm gonna kind of leave that open to myself. In June, I read One Dark Window, so finishing the duology and reading Two Twisted Crowns back to back is probably my best bet, my safest bet, because I'm such a binge reader anyways, and I'm intrigued by what happens in the rest of the series. I'll leave the vlog where I read this one down below. It's a lot of fun. I gave One Dark Window 5 stars, and so I should continue on Two Twisted Crowns. But the final book in the Blood and Steel series came out in June, and I do need to finish that. It is the 4th book, so I probably should get that done and dusted. There is also the sequel to The Crown of Oaths and Curses that I need to read, but that's a long one, and the release issues with that kind of turned me off of it a little bit, so I might give that one a little bit more time. And A Promise of Peridot has been sitting on my shelves for far too long. I really should get to this sequel. I also would really like to get to Blood Sanctuary Part 1 and Part 2. I need to continue in this series. It's a long, chunky boy. I don't even have them all, and I loved it so much. This is a vampire romance. It would fit the Friends to Lovers vibe on the Every Romantasy challenge. I do need to read a sequel for the Every Romantasy challenge, so something has to be read at some point. But I'm also thinking about stepping outside of my comfort zone and picking up Heartless and this whole series. Stampede is this month. I'm not going to Stampede, but if I'm gonna read a cowboy romance, I think July and August are the times to do that. So I'm thinking about doing it, and these are actually set within my province, so that's really exciting. I feel like people don't think about Alberta being a cowboy town, but I own cowboy boots. I've gone to Big Valley Jamboree. I've gone to Stampede, you know. We are cowboys at heart over here. Not me, but there are a lot of them here. So yeah, that is something that I'm thinking about doing, which is really outside my comfort zone. This is only if I put one of the sequels that I would like to read on here. I think I talked about like 4 or 5, so I'm getting myself a little out of control this month, but I'm excited just to let myself like breathe. We could call this, as Jonathan, my patron, really hates, a pile of possibilities for me this month. I'm excited for romantasyathon. I am co-hosting the 48-hour readathon that happens this month for it. I'll leave Tori's announcement video on the screen for you to go check out. It's a gigantic bingo board, so it's easy to participate in. I would also love to know what book you are very excited to read this month down below, and have yourselves an absolutely incredible day.